Hey CFX members, welcome to this very special end of month event. My name is John Kinera. I am currently in Genoa, Italy, and having a fantastic time with CFX members from all around the world. Of course, we've just finished our second anniversary cruise through the Mediterranean with stops in Split and Bari and Rome. And we got off the boat and took the train up to Genoa, where we had an opportunity to just recently speak with an Irish team that flew all the way in, specifically to sit down with Huascar and Edwin in detail. And we put an event on in this city as well. And there was 3 President's Club members in the room. And they, and of course, and many other participants had an opportunity to speak with Huascar and Edwin in detail. And we're going to make sure that a lot of that content gets passed on to you here during this end of month event. One of the things that was incredibly special about the past 10 days was the opportunity to meet people that perhaps we've been working with online for several years in person, face to face. I know, for example, Richard Maude, an ambassador with CFX and someone that all of you know very well, and in fact half of you are in genealogy. He and I have been working together for a number of years, more than half a decade, and this was the first opportunity we had to really sit down and meet face to face and press the flesh, so to speak, and really get to have an opportunity to get to speak with each other in person. But I also had that opportunity with hundreds of other members that I've been spending time with online, and it was an absolute joy. And it just really reminded me of my very first conversation with Huascar in regards to his vision for CFX and what he really looked to build. And he said this was always planned to be a live events company. Of course, we know what happened about 20 months ago is we had a global pandemic thrust upon us and really had to put the brakes on much of those plans. But this is just the beginning of the implementation of that live event strategy. So all of you have an opportunity as you move through the CFX ranks, as you move through the curriculum in the academy, as you continue to nurture and grow as professional individuals, building larger and larger international incomes for yourself. We want you to have those opportunities also to be meeting your peers, other individuals on exactly the same path in person, and all of the benefits and the joy that comes along with that type of a process. The other thing that I think was very special about the cruise was President's Club members that were on board in the Grand Theater at the front of the Costa ship had the opportunity to speak with all of those who were present. So Tor and Sven were up, and of course Luigi was up, and Richard was up, and they shared some pearls on what it took for them to create the kind of success that they're enjoying now, the kind of incomes, of course, that go along with that success, and really boiled down many of their action steps into pieces that could easily be assimilated by anyone, whether you're an executive or a manager or director in CFX, or perhaps even you're just getting started and you're seeing all of the success that's happening around you and hoping that there's a chance that you could repeat that type of success for yourself. Of course, you will be able to, and the more that we do these type of events, the more opportunity that you're going to have to really develop and discover the types of behaviors and skills that are required to truly free yourself financially as well. That was of course, the objective in launching the platform, and this is what we're seeing happen all around the world. People coming up to us and saying, "Hey, I've been involved in network marketing for years, and the best I've ever done is create an extra $1,000 a month supplemental income, and now I've actually been able to retire myself." And we don't just hear a few of those circumstances or stories, but we're hearing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And so if you are new to the platform and watching this perhaps as your first end of month call, or perhaps one of only a few, there certainly is those opportunities for you as well. And we're going to be very excited to have a chance to meet you in person. Also, the other thing that I think was really important, and I know you'll see pieces of during this broadcast, but you'll also have opportunities to hear more of this in person. John Lufton, who is the second in command on the trading team, works very, very closely with the trading team, and specifically Edwin. And Edwin himself both got up at the front of the room, not only on the boat, but also speaking to the Irish team that was present in Genoa. And they got into the specifics with some traders in the room as to the types of drawdowns they're seeing, the frequency of trades they're typically seeing. They got into a lot of specifics that I know that many of you are curious about, how CFX creates the consistency and the results they're creating day after day, week after week, month after month, and now year after year. John got into the pairs that are being traded, why specific numbers of pairs are being traded, why certain types of pairs are being traded. A lot of information that you perhaps haven't had a chance to hear yet. And Edwin, of course, followed by speaking to what's become a real passion of his, and that's the forthcoming CFX AI. So as most of you are aware, if you listen to the Monday and Friday presentations, you know that CFX is an EA, or expert advisor, software-based company. Well, that's going to change, because we're about to unleash an AI on the world as well. It's something that, of course, they're keeping information very close to chest. However, I know this is the question that's probably in most of your minds right now, and that is, will the launch of an AI increase our daily trading returns? And of course, I have asked Edwin that question multiple times, and his general response is a smile, a wink, and a bit of a nod. So the specifics pertaining to that, we don't know. However, I know a great deal of care and attention is being dedicated to that piece of software. And I'll let you listen to them in forthcoming meetings, and perhaps a little bit in this broadcast as well, as what separates the two of them and the types of things we can be looking forward to into 2022 as phase 2 that you continue to hear about furthers along its path to ultimate release. Now, I know that all of this good news doesn't come without its problems as well. And of course, CFX, like any growing company, has its share of problems. The fact, for example, that this end of month meeting is several days later than you're used to gives you potential worry. And so while, of course, we've been having an absolutely fantastic time because our schedule has been broken, you've been probably at home worrying, and we certainly apologize for that. The disruption wasn't something that we planned, but of course, in typical CFX fashion, it is something that's being dealt with, and it's being dealt with well when you see what's going on behind the scenes. So what I would like to close in this introduction to this November end of month event is just share with you a little bit of the successes. Now, Waskar is going to speak towards the end of this presentation about some of the rank advancements, but to say that this has been a banner month for CFX would be a pretty dramatic understatement. So many of you are ranking up as executives, managers, directors, presidents, club members, and even ambassadors during the month of November. So it's been incredibly exciting. I'll be back at the end of the presentation to help wrap things up, and certainly we'll be looking forward to seeing you again in person very soon. My pleasure now to introduce you to the CEO of CFX, the person, of course, that's going to be leading this meeting, this end-of-month event, and sharing some updates with you. Please welcome Waskar Lopez.
Thank you very much, John, for that introduction, for your message, for your words. What a great leader you are, my friend. What a great marketing director we have, guys. And welcome to this end of the month special event called, as you can see behind me, we have a great city, beautiful Genova. For me, it's a pleasure to be here sharing with all of you. I found this nice spot here, and I couldn't help it, I put my cell phone in my nice tripod statue that I have here in the park, that I will take some picture for you guys so you can see it later. But here we are on the sunset here in Genova, arriving for our celebration cruise. What a great memory, what a great event, such great leadership. My Lord, how many people we are impacting with this blessing company. And guys, I can tell you, for me, it was a privilege to be able to shake hands, to hug people that I met 2 years ago, people that I talk over the internet, and I got to see them in person. For me, it was such a tremendous joy, happiness, and what a great event. What a great event. It was truly a different celebration on a cruise ship. We got the best people around it, and a lot of people that couldn't make it, that they will next time, I'm for sure, because we have a long way to go. Guys, as you can see, it's sunset. The light is fading out, and I know not only you, but me, we were waiting to share some of the updates, some of the things that are happening in our company. Great stuff that I will be sharing with you in a couple of minutes. I want to be brief because we are going to share some of the things that we leave on the cruise ship over the past week. That you can see how many recognition, how many rank advancement. What a truly amazing month of November we have. Wow, I'm really impressed. 3 new Presidents Club, so many directors, even an ambassador pop up in November that I hope to meet him sometime like the others. But what a great season are we having. It's a little bit cold here, the sun is fading away, but for me, this is the best to be able to be out here to share some of the things that we got happening for our company, the optimism and the hope, that we have for this 2022, because what we're building here is a disruptive technology company in network marketing that it will continue impacting the life of hundreds of thousands of people. And you need to be sure of that. You need to be aware where you are, and the kind of corporate founders, tech staff, the strong will that we have to make that happen for everybody. It is important that you know that. And I'm going to start the update by saying that we truly feel the pain and anguish, the uncertainty, and the things that you feel over the request pending withdrawals, the instability of the payouts of the past 2 months that we have. This is the first critical situation we had in the company in the past 2 years, guys. And I want you to know that I'm really aware of that. I wanted to know that I am prioritizing, that I know what it is, what is happening. I want to be closer to you because I want you to understand that I am truly committed in achieving what we need to achieve. And we already know things needs to move forward, things needs to keep moving in the right direction. Guys, we build a technology that is really amazing, different from other in the market. We are hiring and surrounding ourselves with the right people. We are jumping hoops, but we know that any company that don't jump those hoops at the right moment, it cannot prevail. What I know that it can prevail is your will to succeed, your trust, the things that are happening at this moment with the company, truly leadership that are building. I just saw and I record a brief keynote for the event that happened before yesterday, last Saturday in South Africa. What an amazing event. I bet you saw some footage and some pictures of that event. And for me, that is something that make my heart really, really warm and proud, because it shows how much trust and confidence we receive from our leadership. I received so much love from our members this past week that it's impossible for me to fail. We will not fail. And we are celebrating 2 years because we are about to jump into a massive growth into our next phase of the company. We are this close to do that. But before that, I want you to know that we are going to have a really, really nice Christmas, a really nice end of the year. You have my word. We are going to accomplish what we need to accomplish to move forward with the withdrawals, to overcome some of the challenges that we are facing with the payment processor. And some of the things that I'm going to share are things that you need to know, because when, I don't know if you heard some saying that says when you reach success, that is a lonely place. I want you to know that I started network marketing like almost 20 years or more than 20 years ago. And I started because I thought it was a concept that it was worth to work with, because the leverage and the freedom that offers you and the relationship that you build are amazing. And because it was not a lonely place, because it was a place where you build so many relationships and you help so many people, and then you reach your goal by many people that you help, the more high you go, more things you accomplish. So I do believe that success is better to share it. Prosperity is better when you share it. And I do believe that being successful is being surrounded by friends, family, and those along the way that help you to reach there. So today, I want to comment on something sad, because since we started the company, we had so much success, and we look alike some of those platforms out there that vanish in the air, that come and go. Perhaps we confused, few people might be confused with us. And we are building a real company based on a real product, real operation, and with a purpose in mind to help people. But along the way, we've been attacked so many times that, like I said, I never share some negativity. I don't like to attract or talk of those insignificant stuff that happens, because I truly believe that when you focus on what you need to do and you accomplish what you need to do, those negative stuff just block your way. I just wanted to let you know, guys, that we are moving forward this week with the payouts again. We are committed as a priority to make that happen for everybody. I don't see that bigger the challenge that what it is, a technology challenge. Our company is financially strong. Our company has a disruptive business model that is sustainable in time. Next year, when we roll out phase 2, a lot of people don't need any more than a cellular phone in their hands to see what we do. We are ensuring that what we do roll out in the best environment possible compliance environment possible. So we don't have to fight these crappy people, these people that doesn't have any scrupulous, they don't have any moral ethic or any of that. We want to be away from that. We want to be far from that, guys. And, you know, I just don't want to take this call to keep on talking on that. But I just wanted to pass the message that we are very committed, very, very, very committed in this couple of weeks that we have left in this 2021 to make everybody happy, to deliver and continue with our company for this 2022. I know and I feel for those that are waiting, that are needed to have their income, to have their paycheck, to have, you know, to continue growing their businesses. And we know that. I just touch bases with you that we are making everything that it needs to be done to accomplish that. I was going to talk about the announcement that we had previously before the cruise, that we had been hacked, and it was a breach in our payment processor, a breach of security, where we need to, moving forward, we need to stop and then reassure that everything was under control. But it's important that we take that information like it is, that we are very committed to ensure that everything receive what they need. But it's also important that you understand that it's not only drastic move in the Bitcoin price, as we see recently a 20% correction, but it's always security, technology issues that we need to face. And there is most variables, angles that you need to take into account, that you need to understand what the corporate staff is doing to ensure to make that happen. But we don't like to talk about negative stuff. A lot of detractors take that information and start rumoring, gossip about the company. It's funny because I see those people and seeing like, oh, in January there is no, after Christmas they're gone. You know, and it's really funny to listen the hate, listen those evil people, and it's important that you understand that we are under attack. But some of my close friend and leader told me this morning the darkness or the light is more strong, it's more powerful than the darkness. And I truly believe that. With that, I hope that my message sent under the night and those beautiful cities back there and the lights that we see in beautiful Genova reach you, that you understand that we are here in front of you as every month, making updates, talking about what we need to talk about. And some of the updates also is the Academy. Guys, the Academy that we have, we've been building more than 150 videos, tutorials, and I've shared it before. We are building the platform, the social platform infrastructure, so we don't have to depend on YouTube, you don't have to depend on Facebook, you don't have to depend on Instagram. You know, companies that only look at you as a tiny number on their files, and they don't care about how much hours of content and how many followers or members do you have on the channel. They just, let me delete this and we find out later. That's not good, guys. That's not good. We are building one of the strongest platform for social, educational, and financially that we ever see. Most of the curriculum is ready. We have an amazing academy. We have a not only for forex trading, but financially education of finance education, crypto education, blockchain education, outdoors, many stuff that we are going to release in this 2022. Guys, just look forward to have and spend a great Christmas with all of you. Let's keep in touch. Enjoy this end of the month special event. Some clips, recognition, faces, fun, celebration, this 2-year anniversary cruise. I hope that you enjoy it. I hope that God can continue delivering for us and for you. We are grateful for you, for our company, for our membership. I couldn't ask for a better leadership in the company that we have. And we are family, guys. I consider all of you like family. Without you, we wouldn't be here. I feel very emotional because when things and challenges like this are in front of you, receiving so much love, support, and trust from our membership make us, feel very warm in our hearts. Thank you very much. I see you guys soon. I hope my message reached you well, and we see you at the top. Bye, guys.
Let me share a couple of things when it comes to precise speech. First of all, when I was this 25-year-old male trying to sell supplements to my friends, I made the same mistake all network marketers do in the beginning. I started presenting at the beginning of the presentation. And back then, this is going to be comical, but we used flip charts. Remember flip charts? And you put them on. So as soon as I got my flip chart from the company, I threw it in the garbage. Because for me, what that was a trigger. It was a trigger to remind them of all the things that they don't like. Remember, almost all of us are extremely uncomfortable in a sales position. And we don't like selling things to people. We don't like imposing or obligating friends. We're very uncomfortable in those types of situations. And all of us have one friend out of our circle who is not uncomfortable, who has no problem pushing his or her agenda on everyone else. And all of us think that person is a bit of a pain in the ass. And so for me, the flip chart went in the garbage because that was a trigger that automatically made me feel like a salesperson. And I felt uncomfortable. There was nothing wrong with the flip chart. The problem was with me, but I still threw it in the garbage. And I think there's nothing wrong with throwing it in the garbage. So what I realized when I was having very limited success was that I wasn't beginning the presentation at the beginning. I was beginning in the middle. What I was failing to do was explain to my audience why I was doing what I was doing. And this is why we've talked about this in end of month calls. Develop your why. It's so critically important to develop your why. Your why doesn't have to be long. It could be 2 sentences. There's nothing wrong with that, but you need to develop it. You need to know it, be clear. It needs to be yours, personalized, and you need to be able to share it. And that's why having a short one is advantageous, because it's easy to share. So for me, I had my own business. I started when I was 18. I was a photographer, and so that's what I specialized in school. And so by the time I was 20, my business was 7 years old. It was actually, but not quite 7, 6 and change. I was already the most expensive studio in the city I lived in, and I was as busy as I needed to be. But it was becoming clear as a 6-year-old business owner, I could extrapolate now 10 years, and I could extrapolate to 20 years, and I already knew at 25 that this business was not going to give me the lifestyle that I wanted. that there were things that I was going to have to compromise on. But there was a few things I wasn't prepared to compromise on. And one of those things was some stuff that I wanted to do for my parents, some things I wanted to do for my sister. I really wanted more time freedom. I wasn't going to get that. And so I made the decision to find another project that I could put 5 hours a week into that would make the difference between where I was financially and where I wanted to be. And so that became my why. And then I really boiled that down to a very short 3 minutes to share. And imagine what that's going to do to your audience now. If I'm speaking to my friend and I start talking about using beta carotene instead of vitamin A because your body can take as much as it needs and you never have vitamin A toxicity. Who cares? When I start talking to my friend about a project that takes me 5 hours a week and it makes the difference between where I am financially and where I want to be, that's compelling to everyone. Everyone. And it takes a minute to say. So that's beginning the presentation with sharing your why. You have to do that every single time you're talking about CFX. Every time. Not talking about automated trading, not talking about an app from your phone, not talking about anything other than why you're doing what you're doing. That's rule number one. And then if you feel network marketing is a stigma to the person that you're speaking to, the best way to deal with it is just to negate it instantly. And it's so incredibly easy to do. All you'll do is you'll say to your friend, have you ever been involved in network marketing before? And by the way, you really need to bring up the network marketing model. Many members in CFX, what they'll do to build a team is they'll sponsor and they'll sponsor and they'll sponsor. But because they feel uncomfortable in a sales role and they feel uncomfortable with the elephant in the room, which is network marketing, you don't bring up the compensation plan. You don't bring up, in fact, you'll say to them, you don't have to tell anyone about this. And the problem is that becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. How do you build a business that's going to create leverage for you, that's going to grow exponentially if your audience has been told they don't have to bring anyone to the business? So just really be careful about what you ask for because sometimes you're going to get it. And you may be asking for the wrong things. So it's really important that you deal with this elephant in the room. And the easiest thing in the world is just to ask the question, have you ever been involved in network marketing before? And if they've had a horrible experience, you're going to hear about it because you just teed yourself up for it. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can let them vent. Oh, I got involved in network marketing years ago and I had to sell 2 of my kids to pay for the bills it cost. And so whatever the case may be, then after that they've had a chance to vent, you can ask them, well, what were the worst experiences? What were the types of things that really bothered you? And you listen again. And then all you need to say is this, this one sentence. Well, I'm really glad that you shared that with me because those things that really bother you about that project, you don't have to do in this project. That's it. And that obstacle has now been cleared by you and it's been cleared by them because here's the psychology to building a business. If they can't visualize themselves being involved, if they can't visualize themselves being successful, chances are they won't get involved. And so if there's obstacles in their mind that they have not articulated because you haven't allowed them to or you haven't asked them, there's a very good chance they're going to say, thanks very much, no thanks. So obstacles must be removed for them to be able to move forward. Here's the key though. It's very easy to remove the obstacles. One of the most important things though is you need to ask intelligent questions. It's so easy when we're nervous or when we're inexperienced to just go into pitch mode. Pitch, 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 pitch. I'm just going to speak as many times as I can to as many people as I can and something's going to work. No. Figure out the proper, effective way to do it so that everybody that you talk to not only wants to get involved, but they want to duplicate as well. Watch what happens to your business.
I just wanted to let you know how much we all appreciate you because of who you are and because of
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, gentlemen. Please give these 2 gentlemen a round of applause. President's Club members, Tor and Sven, come all the way from Norway.
Who are we in CFX? what kind of culture are we creating? Because this is what we do now. If someone does something for you, do you say thank you? That's creating a culture. If you say thank you. If you can see the lonely soul in the corner, never saying anything, or a sad face, if you don't do anything about it, that's creating a culture. If you do something about it, you look for the lonely people, the sad people, the people who needs love, who needs support. Everyone needs support at some part in their life. Everyone. Then we are the ones who want to be there for these people. We want to see them. We want to help them. We want to, we want them to trust us, to show them the way to a better future, a more promising future with us. That's why I've told Wasker many times, what are we? What is the culture we are creating? We are givers. We are givers. We are givers. We're not takers. And this is us. We're givers, not takers.
So we hope as many of you can continue to spread this fantastic vision of this company, because if you look at all these individual stories, these people that actually come to you now, more and more saying, because of CFX, we are now able to survive, help our families, put food on the table. And even though we come from Scandinavia, we have some insane stories with people with very little money that join us with $300 and now suddenly completely changed their lifestyle. And that's what we want to do all over the world. This is the legacy that CFX family is going to bring to the global community, which is so important.
Before we leave the stage, we're givers, not takers. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I got to know you better, guys. Learn from you. Great leadership. I knew something. I mean, I learned something that you've been doing so far. Very successful and very committed since the beginning that you started. But we didn't have the chance to appreciate what it means to be a president's members club like you are. You reached that rank 2 months ago, right? This is a little bit different than a pin, but I think it represents the leadership, the commitment, the achievement, and I think this is really great because these are amazing, very heavy, very very nice trophies that you can exhibit, and we would like to present to you this recognition award for President's Club with all our gratitude and admiration for what you've done. Honoring your outstanding achievement of becoming President's Club, congratulations, Mr. Stålhalacker and Mr. Sven Erik.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Please welcome Mr. Richard Mott from UK.
What is the secret to success? Well, first and foremost, you've got to have a strong why. As I said, if you don't have that, one of the things about network marketing that separates it from many of the other businesses out there is that we don't have a stick. If you set up a traditional business, you have the carrot and you have the stick. The carrot is you're setting up the business to make money. Okay, so that's why you're in the business. But you've also got a stick, because if you don't go to work, particularly if you've got overheads like employees, a head office or whatever, you're going to go bankrupt. So if you don't feel like working, you've got to work, haven't you? Simple as that. But in network marketing, we don't have that. We only have the carrot. So you can get up, you can get to the end of the week and you haven't made any calls or whatever. It's okay. It's completely up to you what you do with the business. But if you want to make a lot of money in network marketing, not just a little bit, and by the way, whatever you decide to do is absolutely fine. If you want to make just a bit of extra money, that's fantastic. This business will enable you to do that. In fact, that's one of the unique features of this business. Johnny already alluded to that, is the fact that everyone can make money, even if they do very little with the business, which is a really nice feature. I've been in product-based businesses over the years, and I ended up drifting away from those businesses because the attrition is so high. 90% or something like that, because people have to sell the product and or build a team to make money. And because of that, they struggle to build a team. And so I was getting to the point where I was recruiting people, and I was thinking, these guys have got two hopes of being successful, Bob Hope and no hope. So really, it's that I, again, drifted away from that. But in this business, everyone's going to make money. But you're all here, so I'm assuming that you're all here because you're very serious about the business and really want to change your financial future. And we are in a business that can do just that. We're already seeing that. And that's one of the wonderful things that I get all the time. Jules always says, that's my wife. She always points, loves the fact that I receive calls from people from all walks of life that are just going, wow, thank you, CFX. How this has changed my life. And a 78-year-old lady called me the other day. She was living on a state pension, driving a 15-year-old banger. She couldn't even afford that. She came into CFX, was just going to be a passive member, but then she got the bug and she started referring people, building a team. She's now got 700 people in her business, and she's just bought a brand new car, her dream car, with a number plate with CFX on it. Absolutely fantastic. So I love these kinds of stories. The key thing is this: you are going to get setbacks. You are going to get challenge after challenge. You're going to get people saying no to you, and that's okay. But that's really the message I wanted to get across to you. You are sitting on a diamond mine. And what's going to be happening with this company in the coming years is insane. I know some of the things the guys are working on, and boy, you guys got to be excited about this. It is incredible. I'm not sure how much Wasker's going to tell us about today. He's got to keep a lot of it really close to his chest because what they're doing is amazing. But the fact is, we are in an amazing position because 3 years from now, it's going to be an event. It's going to be an exotic location, and there's going to be thousands and thousands of people in the audience, and there's going to be people walking on the stage, literally living the lifestyles of the rich and famous. Okay, and people are going to be going, wow, look at those guys. But someone's going to say, listen, hey, but they got in first. And my response to that is absolutely right. Getting in first in any business in the world is a great place to be. Talk to Jeff Bezos. He set up Amazon. Okay? You try getting into Amazon, into that kind of market space now. Forget it. You're not going to be able to do it. Okay? So my response is yes. Thousands of people did get in first at the same time. However, how many actually went to work? And that's the people on the stage, okay? You are in the right place, the right time. So treat your business like a real business. Go to work. Work harder than you've worked in anything else before. That's if you want to make, big, big money. If you want to make part-time money, you can work 5 hours a week or something like that. Still fantastic. But if you want to make the big money, focus. And if you are working 5 hours, work 5 hours. Okay, you can achieve an incredible amount. John was talking about that in just 5 hours, as long as you're consistent and persistent. If you keep doing that, then you'll be one of the guys on the stage. All right, guys? All right.
Please stand up and let's give a big, big, big applause to Richard Mon. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much.
No matter what happens, because everybody goes up and downs, everybody has their personal issues, everybody has obstacles, Everybody has a bad day and a good day. The one thing I can say is through 30 years of networking, money was not the main reason why I was doing this and the reason why many of us are doing this. The main reason why we do this is because we're networking. It's because we get to travel around the world. We get to see people that we've been with online for months and years. And isn't that amazing for those who see each other for the first time here tonight? To be able to see each other.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that awesome to see each
yeah.
other in another country, like live in person? So that's the main reason why we do this. So when you do that for the reason of networking, for building relationships, so even though you may do other companies and it goes bad, well, you're building relationships. So the more you build relationships, that's what happened here. We came in CFX and we fell on a awesome company that so far has brought us 2 years. And while these 2 years have been going on, all the other companies have closed in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And they've been saying that we closed 1 year ago. We're still here. 7 months ago, we're still here. 6 months ago, 5 months ago. So every month they say we're going to close, right? That we're still here. And next year, we're going to be somewhere else that you're going to create. And all those people are going to say for 1 year that we're going to close. And we're going to be here in 1 year. But next year, where will you be? You're going to be here, right? But next year, you're going to bring people from your team here, right? And the year after. So where we are right now, you can also be here. Maybe 6 months, maybe a year, maybe 2, maybe 3. But just please remember that it's all about networking, helping people, building relationships, and money will come. When you put money second, money comes. So anyways, thank you very much, guys. You're beautiful.
Give it up
Love
on
you.
Luigi Bruni, guys.
Of course, I'm sure most of you guys ask how we are doing this. So today I'm going to tell you the secret of successful trading. What are we doing so you guys can cash out every week, every month, and for years to come, every day? To do that, first of all, you need to have a couple of things in place. First, you need to have a strategic. I'm sure most of you guys have been trying to trade yourself, and you notice it's not easy, but you have a strategic. So what is a strategic? Where are you entering? Where are you exiting? A lot of other things you see, so you do trading. But most of the time, the market is not going where you want to go. So you think something and the market goes the other way. Why is that? Because we are human and we have emotions, we have feelings, and we think it's going this way or that way. That's why when we get the strategic from our leader, Edwin is putting the strategic that we're going to trade, and we automate it. So every bot of every EA, let me see if it is the good one. I'm just going to talk about the implementation of the EA. What means EA? Expert advisor of bot, robots, like we call it. It's just a computer of a software. You need to have your strategic in place. You need to have a plan. What are you going to do? And you need to have also when I'm going to entering, when I'm going to exit. Also, how we going to which percentage we want daily, and what is the percentage you want to risk also. I mean, when you go negative. So all of these you need to have in place. Like I say, it is an automated system. So when we get a strategic from our leader, Edwin, we automate it. We just put it in computer words so that when we sleep, the system still is working for us. It's trading for us.
Yo le decía en Panamá, nosotros estamos creando algo de inteligencia artificial para hacer trading.
We started talking in Panama that we were developing some new trading technology with artificial intelligence.
Déjenme decirle que ya nosotros tenemos creado una neurona, una red neuronal de inteligencia artificial para hacer trading en el mercado financiero de Forex.
Let me tell you with great pleasure that now we finish, this is the beginning, but now we finish the neurological network to do Forex trading. We already have the neurological network ensemble.
No, wait. Cuando comenzamos a investigar sobre si existía algo en MQL4, MQL5 sobre inteligencia artificial con redes neuronales,
When we started researching about something that is, on the market about MQL 4 and 5, which is the language of programming for this type of technology, we started searching for this artificial intelligence because a lot of people were talking about it, and well, of course, we got interested in.
solamente encontramos que existe una red, existe una red, pero con una sola neurona.
We found out that what is on the market, it was a network, but with one single neuron.
¿Qué pasa cuando los niños o el ser humano pierde las neuronas?
What happened when the kids losing neurons?
No puede funcionar bien.
It doesn't work well.
Y si tenemos muchas,
And if we have many,
podemos aprender varias cosas a la vez.
we can learn many things at the same time.
¿Qué estamos haciendo nosotros con la red neuronal que tenemos de inteligencia artificial?
What are we doing with our neuronal network?
En este preciso momento la estamos enseñando
In this precise moment, we're teaching that network.
y le estamos dando los resultados que tuvimos en el pasado,
And we're giving to that network our result from the past.
pero aparte de eso, le estamos dando resultados de backtesting
But beyond that, we're giving also the bad testing results.
y también le estamos dando resultados del mercado real.
And then we're giving also the result of the real market.
¿Sabe por qué podemos hacer todo esto? Y al mismo tiempo a la vez porque es una red neuronal, no es una sola red neurona, o sea que puede hacer varias cosas a la vez.
And you know why this is being done at the same time? Because we got a neuronal network ensemble with different neuronals learning different things at the same time. Now, this belief system is what make your mind work. And something that is very powerful is that probably we hear something, we know this, but we have two type of minds. The conscious mind is that we are aware of things. But the secret that you need to know is that what makes everything possible for you is the other part of your brain that is subconscious. You see these people that hypnotize you? See, I never said, wow, calm people got like in a trance, and when they do things and then wake up. And then they just don't know what they did, And it's because it's part of their brain that is subconscious, and those people have the ability to connect through you. And then what I learned 15, 20 years ago. I was remember that when I was starting network marketing, I think it's more than 20 years already. It was like when I was a kid in college, starting in, I think, 1998, 99. I'm not that old, okay? Okay. But I was a kid, you know? I remember my uncle taking me to this meeting, you know, and I thought the same as you. Power of leverage. Oh my God, is that possible to work once and then you cash out all the time for the same effort? Wow, that's amazing. The power of leverage. I'd rather one penny that multiply itself for 30 days than $10,000. If you give me $10,000 now, okay, I got me my $10,000. What a stupid guy. He took a penny. Just a penny that multiplies in 30 days. Remember this. A penny multiply itself for 30 days. You wouldn't think that. You wouldn't take that, right? A penny multiply itself. It becomes $3 million in 30 days. $3 million. But you took what? You cash out 10,000 right now and you're happy. Ooh, I'm happy. You lose. So when back in the days, I was only operating based on mechanical stuff. I thought, wow, I'm going to work. I'm going to bust my ass working. But 95% of my work, it was only my body. It was not conscious, working with my subconscious. I was not visualizing. I was not seeing what I wanted before I had it. Edwin often talked to me, and he talked to me and say, do you want to know what we talk every time Edwin and I get together? Please raise your hand, 3 people, so you can guess what that gentleman, stand up and tell me. What do you think we talk about? Just one, tell me. Huh? Leverage time? That's a good one. Another one? You? Where you go in the company? And you? Somebody? Yeah? You? We always are seeing the end in the beginning. We're not looking at this now. We're see the end. The belief that create your reality based on your subconscious mind. And every word that came out of your mouth is the commander-in-chief of your destiny. Oh, that's deep. Every word that you spoke, it is a direct message to your subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind don't distinguish between good and bad, wrong or right. It will only execute your body, leading your mind to do exactly what you say. And I'm going to give you an example. I remember that I was learning to reprogram my mind all the time, and I was in a running machine all the time in the gym, and I write like 20 or 25 sentences. There were affirmations to reprogram myself. Like I was running, you know, and I was putting so much emotion to what I was saying, believing in what I was saying. And it seems dumb. It seems like something silly. But it's such a powerful thing when you start watching. And I remember one of the, I think it was Jim Rohn that says, well, and one of the training that I took one time, they said, grab a recorder, pencil recording, and put it on your pocket the whole day. Once you start the day, and you put it in your pocket, and then at night, you replay. Amazing the things that you say during your day. You'll be amazed. So much negativity, criticism, and that come out of your mouth. And you cannot believe, like, because it's an exercise that you don't realize that you're doing it because you're not aware of what you're spoken. So I start, everybody wants to work with me, and I'm such successful people. I'm creating so much wealth for me and my family. I am doing this and this and that, and this and this and that with such a passion, because you need to feel it. And it seems silly, but you can do this all day long. And at the moment you start thinking, shit, so what am I talking about? If I am doing this, and I'm already grateful for this, and this and this and that. And guys, it's a belief system, and it's all part of that. And I wish I recommend you some of the books that I always talk about. That book that we talk, John, every day, Think and Grow Rich, is part of all that. It has so much power in it, and other books. But believe that your reality is what's going to change your life. You cannot change your life thinking on the past or in the present. You need to create your life based on the belief that you want to create. And you have to believe that you already have it. You already have it in your hands. You need to believe that, and you need to talk about it. And everything that you talk, it will not feed your subconscious mind. And then after a while, you're going to see your behavior changing.
Well, I hope you found those highlights interesting. I also hope you got a little bit of insight as to the type of events that we're going to be running in the future that you also can be participating in. Also, congratulations again to all of you who have reached ranks this past month of November. And of course, those of you who are getting very close, keep your head down, keep pushing forward. We're looking forward to celebrating all of you very soon. Thank you very much, Waskar. Thank you, Edwin, for all the work that you put in, not only to this past second anniversary event, but of course all the work that you continue to do to make sure that this ship continues to sail forward, and all of us have an opportunity to continue to improve our quality of life and free ourselves financially. Thanks, everyone. We're looking forward to catching up with you very soon.